And we are getting it just back into business here at the DreamHack Pro Circuit, coming to you from Dallas, Texas itself here. I'm going to be your host throughout all of the weekend, Wade Dreadnought Penfold, and we just concluded the series between that of G2 and Rogue, but now we are setting our scopes over to Mouse and Dig. And this is going to be a very interesting one, as it is not only our first time here on this stream to be able to discover the power here of Team Dignitas, but also the tale of Dignitas is a very interesting one. We look at the contrast between Season 6 and that of Season 7 here.
And not only are we seeing Dignitas Mouse here, we're seeing them to play for a Day 3 spot. Whoever wins this goes into Day 3 as that #1 seed. Because we saw Mousesports that they took down Vitality on day #1 to take over that #1 seed. But Mousesports has been incredible this weekend. They're playing with Speed because Alex could not make it. And we all know Speed. Speed's a super sub. Like last time he subbed in for a team, that was Flipside Tactics when they won WSOE. Then obviously joined that roster. Looks like he's just showing that magic once again.
I think people underestimate how nice it is to go in with a new squad and a fresh new player, because it provides some kind of, I guess, freshness to the lineup, and you can play it a certain way that you normally wouldn't.
I think one thing that, adding on to that, Turtle, that I think the biggest thing that people are overlooking is how much expectations come with, like, whenever you work with the same unit, you have a lot of ideas and things of the like, and expectations can be great, but they often lead to disappointment and fear and lack of trust within one another, and having that, you know, whole new world, bright hope really trades up for a lot of rosters.
But it's been insane for Mouse. They had 3 quality wins of all of 2019 so far before coming into DreamHack. And they already have 3 quality wins on this weekend. They got Method, Vitality, and Evil Geniuses. And of course, it's a new roster, and Speed, like, he's a goofball, right? He's going to bring that high morale where we're like, hey, we're coming out to just have fun. And if we make Day 3 and make a little prize money, that's just icing on the cake. So this is the first time we've seen some success from Mouse, but they're going up against Dignitas, the team that no one wants to play on the live stage.
Yeah, I mean, all the time whenever they perform at LAN, they are a scary team, especially Yukio right there, the mechanical guru that he is. Dignitas have been exponentially increasing their skill and their work as a team, and they're showing it here at this DreamHack.
Extremely disappointing season for them, not going to the World Championship for the first time ever for this squad, but these guys are to be feared. They come in as the 7th seed, but again, like, if they win this match, they go into Day 3 as that #1 seed, exactly where they want to be to try and repeat as DreamHack champions.
So can you guys maybe lay out any concerns knowing that we have Mouse? I guess it might be a little bit more difficult knowing that Speed is coming in temporarily here for them as a roster, but, you know, some concerns maybe to highlight originally from that roster going up against Dig, or vice versa, that Dig may have the upper hand looking into Mouse.
So Mousesports, they were very one-dimensional. They always wanted to play offense. They would send all 3 up all the time, and sure, they put up some good numbers on the offensive side of the ball. The problem was their save percentage was abysmal. I think it was like the 3rd worst ever. So they need to find that defense, find that balance. It's very similar to what G2's doing now, where they're super aggressive, but there's some wide open nets. The difference is Mousesports, it's a lot more wide open nets, so they have to figure that out. And it seems like with Speed, maybe they found something where maybe Tigre's hanging back a little bit more, or maybe they're just rotating more, because when you bring in someone new, you generally go back to just a standard rotation, and maybe that's working out.
That's what I'm saying. Whenever you bring in a new player, it's almost like everybody forgets the role that they previously had, and they all try and work together as a unit. You know, you become more selfless, honestly, as a team, because you forget the role that you yourself want to play as, and I think that could definitely benefit them. And Dignitas is a little bit more of a patient team in my eyes, so I think if they come out firing on all cylinders, and they're rotating well and respecting each other, that could definitely play to their advantage.
Well, I'm going to go ahead and put you on the spot and ask if you think it's enough of an advantage to be able to take on the LAN monsters of Team Dignitas.
See, that's the thing. I don't know, but we've seen Dignitas yesterday. They seemed solid. It's one of those things. It's like you see Dignitas and you know that they have the potential and the skill. They've proven it so many times, but they just have kept falling short. But I think this DreamHack is going to be where they prove us all wrong, and they're going to do it.
They're going to do it.
Going Dignitas?
Yep.
All right.
He believes in it. He believes in it. I was going to say, this is the beauty of my job, is I really get to put you on the spot. I'm going to force you to say one of these team names.
We have 2 of the best LAN players in the world with Violent Panda and Turbo Pulsa. You expect them to win here. But again, we haven't seen Mousesports yet, so I don't know what's happening there, but they're obviously winning games. So like, I wouldn't be too surprised if Mousesports pulls off the victory, but you got to go Dignitas here.
Yeah, it feels like it would be almost like a cardinal sin, if you will, to like vote against Dignitas, especially with how little we've gotten to witness of Mouse on this stream, specifically having the new roster and things that are like. I agree with you. I sit on that. Oh, something inside makes me want to go Mouse, but at the same time, it's Dig. You got to vote on their side. Violent Panda and sitting there with Turbo Pulsar. And it's not like Yukio is anything to scoff at. But the last time we got to see Yukio at a DreamHack, he walked away with a first place championship, right? And so I'm expecting them to find ways to reproduce that, or at least get an easy in there onto the third day.
The one downside for Mouse, I feel like, is they took down Vitality, right? They took down the #1 team, but then we saw them later versus Yo, and they didn't look like Vitality. So we're not sure yet if that was Mouse or was that Vitality. And Scrub said they were playing really well, so I'm going to take his word. So it should be a very competitive series. But again, you can't bet against Dignitas live.
And I'm looking at a lot to see the impact he has on the field. I'm always looking at a lot, honestly. But like we see Speed come in here, and it's fresh. He doesn't have a lot of pressure, and I feel like whenever there's not a ton of pressure on him, and he can just relax, that's when we see just huge mechanical plays from him, and that's when we see him really take the lead on a team.
And on a personal level, watching him here just as a human being existing with all the players and everything, one of the most outspoken, you know, and a casual, like he feels in his zone. So that's something that might be, you know, helping brew this kind of success here over to Mouse. But we're going to waste no more time here, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to get things underway, and the guys who are going to be bringing to it is none other than Corelli and Achieves. Guys, kick this off.
Thank you so much, Dreadnought. And yeah, we have an interesting matchup here because I have concerns about how Dignitas will fare against Mouse. Like they said, Scrub said that they were playing very, very well. And I think that for Mouse, it could be, again, Speed coming out and doing so well in the LAN setting.
Yes, it is a very curious occurrence here because you got 3 people on Mouse. Of course, Dignitas has beaten them already, 3-0 in league play in a fairly convincing fashion. But those 3 guys, Tigray, Alat, and Speed, are 3 dangerous people on offense, to say the least. And it is quite possible Dignitas will get more than they bargained for, I think.
The last time we saw Dignitas here in day #1, they took a little bit to ramp up, but then they started to play that Dignitas offense that we expect from them. On the side of Mouse, though, something that Turtle said on the desk that I absolutely agree with is bringing that new player in Speed just for this LAN. Something else that he brings too is the emotion. I saw him when he was playing Vitality, and he was hyped up. He was yelling. He was getting his teammates ready to go. And they'll have to do so here in game #1. Turbopost already forced to make a save off his own goal line. There's Tigray. Mouse trying to find some sort of attack here, but it's Dignitas who collect. Violent Panda puts that one off the back wall. Speed now. Can't have that one come down to him, and Turboposa puts this one off the back wall. Nobody from Dignitas there to receive it. A little bit pressed back there from Dignitas.
There he is. Alat was waiting for that. He went to go steal that corner boost. He's thinking, I'm up here if you hit it to me. Unfortunately, the control not there. Violent Panda, a chance to sneak it around one. Alat, actually, a second effort, not able to get it past Yukio. And yesterday, for Dignitas, when we got to see them, it absolutely was a 3-headed monster for them. They were really clicking.
Let's see if we can have that Dignitas again here in day 2. So far, it's been back and forth. Yukio trying to get a hold of this ball. It's Turbopulse who comes through, followed up by Violent Panda. So Dignitas trying to set something up downfield, and it's Yukio comes out of nowhere, but a big save from Tigray.
And he's got speed, actually. He's behind Turbo, tip towards net. Alat can't quite reach it. Almost for Mousesports. And it would have been a beautiful opener, but not able to get the job done. Challenge, chopsticks right there in the midfield. Alat tries to fake out Turbo, nothing going. And Dignitas will reset here off the midfield line.
So opportunity for Mouse, and a big demo comes through, but the shot just goes in off the post for Violent Panda, and Dignitas on the board first.
Well done from Yukio to sneak this one through. Alat not able to find that boomer clear off the backboard with the perfectly timed bounce hit. And that demo comes through. Yukio immediately bailed off that after he saw Alat was going to get the touch, and thankfully he had some support behind him and a well-placed shot and a good demo get him a goal.
So a demo opens things up for Dignitas. How does Mouse respond? And maybe a shot here from Speed just off the post. Tigray waiting patiently back, awaiting Dignitas' attack. Alat does make the save, followed up by Speed, and a big clear comes out. So Tigray finding himself in that third man position. more often than not. A long clear and just off the crossbar there from a lot. Forced to make an interesting save, and Mouse experiencing a bit of pressure here from Dignitas, and this is scary for them. If Dignitas get things going like they are now, they're almost unbeatable.
It was a very welcome clear, though. Gives them a lot of space to work with here on defense, and even now, Turbo's having to stretch to try and keep the pressure up. Tigre slips it through in the midfield. Yukio can't find a gap, a lot towards the middle, but easily stopped. Speed follow through, has a chance for Tigre now, wants the pass back to Speed, not going for the pass back, but it doesn't matter. It's behind Turbo, and Mouse will equalize.
What an angle from Speed, and Mouse has a couple opportunities to set something up, but it's the pass from Tigre just through the defenders, and Turbo Pulsa can't react in time, and give credit to Speed. That's a tough angle to hit. Hit it with poise, and Mouse tie up the series in spectacular fashion.
So the kickoff will favor Dignitas, but Yukio got a little too hard with the ball and just punched it all the way away. Now they're having a battle for possession again. Out into the side, nice command from a lot. Good catch, but not able to execute the perfect flick into the midfield. And again, those weaker touches off the backboard for Mouse might come back to haunt them if they don't start getting a handle on those.
Mouse still experiencing pressure here from Dignitas. A lot. A long clear comes out. Yukio lets it roll up his back wall. Tries to go past Speed. Does well here to get it out. Speed forced to push this one back. He does have a lot to help him on the clear. Tigre goes, but he's nowhere near it. Speed able to clear that one out. So Mouse trying to put something together here. Tigre past one. Goes past Turbo Pulse. A lot's there. Everyone misses. Speed waiting for this play to still develop. So Mouse, opportunity arising here. Tigre met by Yukio. Now a lot from his own corner. Good touch pass, Violent Panda. Can't get the challenge on Turbo Pulsa, so it's back to their corner. Yukio, a tough touch, a lot, trying to get a hold of that one, just trying to drop it off to Tigre, couldn't get the touch, so Violent Panda comes through and lands in his lap. Can he go past Tigre? The Mouse defense holds strong.
Slight misread from Speed, threw Violent Panda off there in that corner. So the final 40 actually might go Dignitas' way. Violent Panda trying to make things happen. Yukio got a piece taken out of him from Tigre. Took away the shot opportunity. Turbo tries to roll one around the back, but just kicked right towards the middle of the pitch. Dangerous for Mouse. Thankfully, they had help on the backboard. But Dignitas have been circling here for the final minute or so. But can they break him down before overtime comes?
Huge clear from a lot. Bails him out. Into the final 10 seconds. Do we go to overtime? Yukio. It's the Mouse corner. Can he get a second touch? He does. It's over to Turbo Pulsa, but it's just too high. Maybe one more shot for Dignitas. Violent Panda pops this one up. It's up to Speed. Can he make the touch? He does. Violent Panda out. Yukio's there. The shot comes through.
Turbo
still hunting, and that one does drop down. A 1-1 overtime in game number 1 between Mouse and Dignitas.
And well done to Mouse to hang on to that, but not done yet. Off the kickoff, Violent Panda puts pressure towards the back wall, and Speed, nice job trying to keep the ball as close as possible. But still, here's that Dignitas pressure off the midfield line, the solid challenge game that has brought them so much success in the past. Not quite as much this season, but it's still there. They said they feel they play better on land yesterday. And I absolutely got to agree. They look strong, pass across and off the nose. Can't quite find the hit. And Dignitas just miss out on a game winner.
That would have been tough to block from Speed. Lucky he didn't get a touch. But Dignitas having more of the chances coming through. Mouse just barely staying alive here. Yukio again on target. Speed has to make the save. Turbo Pulsa over to Yukio. Back to Turbo Pulsa. Nobody's in net, but Turbo can't find the target. Violent Panda's there, and Mouse make the save.
Not done yet. Yukio, lower left-hand corner. Stop from second chance for Yukio, excuse me, and that is just tipped by Speed out to safety. Nice fake from Tigre in the corner. Finally buys some breathing room for Mouse, and boy, did they need that.
9 saves from Mouse, 5 just from a lot. Dignitas have put on 13 shots here in the first game. A lot. Tries to slip it past the defense. Yukio was there. Picks up full boost and an opportunity here. Goes past 2. Shot on target. Saved by a lot. Still the attack on. Turbo Pulsar has a shot, and it goes past Tigre and Dignitas in a minute and a half. Take game number 1.
Turbo using everything to get that job done, and you felt like they would have been robbed if they didn't come out with a victory, considering how much pressure they were able to generate at the end of regulation, continue that on into overtime, and Mouse fought valiantly. But a nice win and a lot just slightly too far forward. The shot to the back post. Again, the defender needing to respect the middle or far post. Just has to make a choice, and Turbo made him pay.
And Tigre just drove past the ball there. Maybe was expecting a shot to the left post there, and instead goes behind him. So for Dignitas, they had to battle it out, but they had the majority of the pressure. They end with 15 shots. They forced Mouse to make 10 saves in the first game, but Mouse had their fair share of offense too.
8 shots put on board, yeah.
8 shots for them, and in the beginning of the game, it felt like Mouse really had it going against
They came out
Dignitas.
swinging. They absolutely did. I felt pretty good about Mouse's chances early on, but that was a pretty quick reaction from Dignitas, to say the least. They definitely started sniffing out some of those pass plays after that great one. It was Tigre to speed, speed back to Tigre, and then right into the middle of the net. That was the one thing that Mouse got going for him. And concentration, talking it all out there, and a wry smile from Speed on the end. He goes, watch this, I'll beat him game 2.
And they absolutely can. So far, finding success with Speed. Mouse have already taken down a team like Vitality. They absolutely could take down a team like Dignitas here at DreamHack.
It was tight, or so we hear, yesterday against Vitality. And you want to see that Mouse come out to play here indeed, too. You want to see what was making everybody go, wow, look at Mouse.
And I think they've shown it. Speed being involved in the offense seems to be fruitful for them. See it here, Yukio and Dignitas already attacking off the kickoff. But here comes Speed. Throws this one downfield. Turbo does well to see this one out. Everyone getting involved from Dignitas to throw that one into the Mouse corner. Tigre, an opportunity here. Can he drop down on the ball? It's met by Turbo Pulsar. Here comes a lot. Opportunity for Mouse, but a solid defense from Dignitas stops that one up. Speed, the second touch though, but Tigre puts it off the crossbar. That was their opportunity.
He was so close, and he just was a little too close when he jumped up. Couldn't quite get high enough to get above that ball and tip it under the bar, but Mouse still threatening here. Yukio taking his sweet time in the corner, just making sure to assess the situation in the midfield and not wanting to rush a clear. That actually pays off pretty well for Dignitas as they push Mouse back a little bit. Now they're back towards the middle of the pitch.
A minute gone in game 2. Mouse had a huge opportunity, and this one's going to drop down in front of the net. Speed can't get there. So they'll opt to back off. A smart move from Mouse to regroup and get control of the ball back in the midfield. Dignitas is giving it to him here. Tigre up for this one, tries to find the second touch off the back wall, can't do so. Speed with a pinch. Dignitas constantly forced to rotate back to their net. All these clears on target if Dignitas isn't there.
And it is, again, pretty solid early pressure from Mouse. And then it's to lock Dignitas into their own half. Dignitas not really able to get a handle on things. Quick challenges from Mousesports, and finally a hole able to get poked through, and Tigre sends it right back in, but now the bump's coming through for Dignitas, pushing Mouse out of position as much as they can. But again, can Dignitas hang on to the ball?
Another ball thrown down to the Dignitas side. Tigre has speed in the midfield, couldn't find him. And a lot on the challenge. Trying to get a hold of it here, couldn't do so. Speed was waiting for that pass to come out off the back wall, but Mouse seemed to be in control, at least in the midfield. They can't put anything together in their final third. Dignitas have done well to stay with the play when their backs are against the wall. Here's a shot from Tigre, and another save comes out. Always a player in front of it.
And to be honest, you got to be pretty happy with Dignitas. Okay, never mind. Don't be happy about it. A lot gets a pass and into the back of the net. I was about to credit them for not allowing too many shot opportunities, for being on defense for the entire game. And right as I'm about to say it, finally they can't get in front of one.
And all three of Dignitas were on the left side of their own field, and a lot was by himself picking up the corner boost. And the ball comes across the net, and he'll take that one easy peasy. So a 1-0 lead opens up for Mouse.
But will the reset of all the boost help Dignitas here finally get some possession? They came alive at the later half of game number 1, and again, talked about it yesterday. For Dignitas, this is kind of the pinnacle of their season. Since they won't be attending New Jersey, neither will Mouse, as they've been relegated. And they're out here to be like, hey, we're coming for you in rival series. Even if they don't have their third and Speed's playing with them. Mouse is out here to make a statement as well.
Ball goes off the crossbar. Here's Speed and Violent Panda. Violent Panda does a good job just to slow up the play, but Mouse is still coming. Into the corner a lot. Tries to go past Turbo Bull, so can't do so. Here's Speed. Nobody home from Mouse, so a free clear for Violent Panda. Tigre makes a touch to the midfield. Turbo Pulse, a shot just left of the goal. Speed can't break out. Met by Violent Panda, who muscles it past the defense. And out Yukio. Once again, Dignitas going down the sideline. Nobody there from Mouse to slow him up. Here comes Speed now, tries to flip it past them. A lot, the pass back across. Nobody there. Now Violent Panda dangerous for Mouse. The pass over to Yukio.
Oh, beautiful.
Beautifully executed by Dignitas, and they tie up the game.
Nice little takeaway from Violent Panda, and he's got Yukio over on the left, and they know rotating back on the defense, it's going to be tough to handle. They can only try and cut it off. Perfectly timed from Violent Panda on the pass. They finally gave away too much space, and Dignitas, quick counterattack, ties things up.
A minute left in game number 2 here. That one was close for Dignitas. The follow-up there from Violent Panda. He couldn't get the touch. Yukio comes through with a big save from Tigre. Another drive from Turboposa, and he puts it away for Dignitas.
It will not be denied. Violent Panda would love a second opportunity, but he doesn't need it. Nice effort from Mouse with a great pinch, but not enough distance right to the sitting offense. And punch through. Turboposa again delivers a potential game winner.
Mouse did everything they could to block potential goals there, but just not enough. And give credit to Turboposa, the shot hit with pace and great placement. Mouse were forced to jump up to it after making tough saves. And Dignitas now firing up. That one off the post. Opportunity arising for Dignitas here late in game 2. Here's Yukio in the midfield. He's got Turbo, but not with much boost. Mouse seem disorganized now on defense. 2 go there. Yukio trying to pass this one back. Another stalemate. Now a lot, an opportunity. Shut down by Yukio. Mouse just need one here in the final 10 seconds.
Oh, so much space in the midfield, though. It's going to be tough to find. Follow through isn't there as well. A lot's going to have to hold off a couple members of Dignitas. Blasted upfield, got to cover the distance, and unfortunate straight down off the corner on the top. And that means Dignitas will hold a 2-0 lead, and history looking to repeat itself.
Very close game here between Dignitas and Mouse. And Mouse had opportunity that they just didn't capitalize. You go back to the shots off the crossbar early on, really off the kickoff there. They weren't able to put it away. It could have been a different game if done so. And taking a look at some of the replays here, this one from Mouse.
That's the one that finally got through.
This is the one that does go through for Mouse, and it was a great play, great positioning. That's what he's known for on that far end of the field. And then this play between Violent Panda and Yukio, perfectly put together. And then Dignitas just slowly started to take over the game from here.
And just well poised from Yukio, but denied by a quality save, and Turboposa indeed to deliver that game winner. But I was talking about it right at the start. I mean, Dignitas were doing well being under so much pressure. Honestly, the first 2.5 minutes of that game, it was all Mousesports. And Dignitas are going to have to hold us off. And sure, there were touches off the crossbar and such from Mouse, but in general, it didn't feel like Dignitas allowed too many shots on net throughout that first half of the game. One slipped through, but the reset happened, and after that, they took Mouse for everything.
So we'll go to game 3. Do Dignitas sweep away Mousesports, or can Mouse stay around? So far, Mouse have been that close in winning a game here. They've had great plays, they've had great pressure. It just hasn't fallen for Mouse here. Dignitas have come out the victors twice now.
The biggest indicator of that was back in game 1, but it will not happen here. Speed off the kickoff, 5 seconds in. They go over the head of 2 Dignitas players, and they start off game 3 with a bang.
And I feel like for Mouse, this is the guy you want going. Get Speed on the ball. And he does so here to put away in the first 5 seconds. Mouse on the board. A great start here to game 3. Kickoff back in Dignitas' favor. And Alat actually does a great job to collect this one. Push it downfield. Violent Panda forced to make a tough save, and it's speed downfield on the poor clear, and a 2-0 lead for Mouse.
Well, get him going. He's got going here in game 4. Violent Panda, not a bad touch, to be honest. It's all the way out to the corner, but Speed gets all the way around it and says, make 2. Violent Panda not enough time to get the wheels back under him and hop up. And that strong shot opens up Mouse with a 2-goal lead.
Speed coming up big here in game 3. Does not want to go down to Dignitas. A dangerous ball here floating in front of the Mouse net. Ball comes through for Dignitas, but the shot nowhere on target. Here's Violent Panda. Over to Turbo Pulsa. Saved away by Tigre. This ball's going to bounce out. Dangerous for Mouse. Turbo Pulsa there to keep this one on for Dignitas. They throw the ball downfield. Mouse forced to just clear it to their corner to buy some time. Dignitas doing a much better job of controlling this game. A lot more pressure coming out from them. Big shot comes out. Tigre forced to make another save. Turbo Pulsa whips around for this one. Coach challenge won by Mouse.
Definitely, I agree, much better job not letting Mouse box them in. But 2 early goals is a lot to ask, and they get one back here. Yukio catches a pass from the side and just drilled into the net.
It's the second time Yukio have just gotten these beautiful touches at the top of the box, and Mouse just can't do anything about it. They're just watching him do it. It's tough to make a save once he touches that ball, and uncontested, Dignitas puts that one away.
They've got plenty of time to find one more as well. Kickoff going in their favor. Yukio wants a flip reset. Didn't quite hit it, though. Allows Alat some extra space to come in and tip it to safety. Follow through by Tigre. Gets it on to the Dignitas half of things. Brief stay, however. Alat across the pitch for Speed. Backboard wants 2. Great block into the middle, and coming back is Dignitas under no pressure. Missed touch allows a second opportunity for Mouse. 1v2. Alat wants the demo. He's pressuring, and Turbo hangs on.
He circles around Turbo. Couldn't connect on him. If he did, it would have been a goal for Mouse. Still only 2 minutes into this game. And Mouse showing a little bit of pressure here. Dignitas throws this one downfield. Violent Panda there to meet it. Now onto Yukio. Violent Panda tried to get the touch onto Tigre there. Mouse quick to counter. Everyone downfield. Alat gets an interesting touch just to slow it up, to let his teammates get back. Big challenge won by Tigre here. Now Speed on the hunt. And Alat can't get the touch. It's Yukio. A little bit of a scrum in the midfield here as both teams trying to find positioning, trying to find that hole in the defense. Just past halftime here. Mouse happy to sit on their lead. Of course, would always want more, but it's Dignitas who's got to score here.
And Turbo very patient on that approach out of the midfield. And that's a well-disciplined team. You know, you're still down by 1, but you got 120 seconds on the clock. You have plenty of time to make something happen. And Mouse, they might overextend themselves. We've seen them do it a lot during the regular season. Maybe Speed will have an effect on that. But Tigre now tasked for buying time, not able to do much of it. Speed, helping hand, clears it out to the side. Here's Turbo to keep the pressure up. Out to Yukio, back into the Mouse corner, and easy clear. Follow through, hard pass off the wall. Second effort comes through and saved by Alat. Dignitas again. They find those passes into the middle of the pitch, but the shot's coming from a little too far away. Diving back is Turbo Pulsa. And Mouse hanging on, but again, slipping past that defense on the midfield. Dignitas, here they come.
A scary situation there as Dignitas committed everyone on that offensive try here. Now Mouse going downfield, a minute left. The follow-up from Tigre's there, saved away by Turbo Pulsa. 3 saves to his name now. Speed, no support from his teammates. Everyone rotated back. Less than a minute. Can Mouse hang on? Turbo, first touch was good, but he got bumped away. Yukio now trying to collect this one on his own wall, but it's Speed. It comes out to Alat. Dangerous situation as 2 go for Dignitas. And they are able to get the touch.
Nice hit from Violent Panda, safely out to the side, not trying to cover too much distance. Make sure Dignitas is ready to follow up. There it is, out to the middle again. It's been so good, but Speed able to sniff it out. Get it to safety. Yukio makes the second challenge. Rolling in front of the Mouse net. Nice demo will open up some potential holes. Speed has everyone beat. Violent Panda might get it, but not enough. Tigre out to the side, out towards the top of the Mouse box, into the corner, off the back wall. Violent Panda kind of rushed it down too fast, and Dignitas will not get it, but second effort from Turbo can't stretch, and still pressing, but do they have enough? No, they do not. Wow. Mousesports win game 3.
Shot after shot, try after try. Dignitas sent the house twice, and Mouse stay alive and get their first win in the series. So many shots from Dignitas. That last sequence, the last 20 seconds.
I actually thought they were going to pull something off, but the early game from Mouse in game 3 was just phenomenal. Again, that kickoff got over the head of everybody on Dignitas. Beautiful tip into the midfield. Nice long clear. Again, that's just a great reaction from Speed, reading the clear from Violent Panda, getting all the way around it, and just that strong follow-up shot. And they brought it back. It was close.
It was very close, and I do want to point out on that play from Speed, his second goal there, he pushes all the way downfield when both of his teammates are sitting back, just in case that touch from Violent Panda comes out, because if Violent Panda throws it to the corner, throws it downfield, he knows that his teammates can back him up and he can get down to his own side in time. So Speed, a very smart decision there for if tragedy strikes Dignitas, he's there to capitalize, and that time he was, and it's what gave them the lead and what eventually gives them the win here, as it was a 2-1 scoreline here for Mouse. So they get their first win, and now they're trying to reverse sweep Dignitas. A tough ask here at DreamHack Dallas.
Hey, hang on for Mouse. In game number 4, I don't expect them to get a nice cushy 2-goal lead, 20 seconds into the game, like they will here in game number 4. And I think this is definitely going to be the toughest game for Mousesports.
Well, there's only one way to find out. The kickoff goes in favor of Dignitas. Great bump by a lot, though. Here comes Speed. Early on, he's been a danger for Mouse. Yukio, beat by Speed. And the follow-up was there. Tigre's got an open net. He puts that one away. Nobody home from Dignitas. And Mouse are fired up.
Well, I said maybe it was going to be a tough one, but demo in the midfield and not able to come back and find any touch to buy extra time means Mouse has a gimme. And so they get to start off with a comfortable 1-goal lead 20 seconds into the game.
And they'll take it. Now can they build on their lead, or do Dignitas respond back? Turbo, over to Violent Panda. Dignitas have done a great job of controlling their final third. Mouse have really just watched Dignitas pass around them. But Dignitas haven't really been able to put anything on target. Big clear comes out from a lot. Yukio's there, over to Violent Panda. And he follows this one up into the Mouse corner. Cleared away by a lot. 2-go from Dignitas, opens up that space for Speed. Great recovery to stay with this play. Mouse not really putting anything on threatening to their net.
Wow, I'm surprised to see Yukio chasing that ball. Turbo Pulsa just launching it upfield because he needed time to go grab some boost, and it's good on Dignitas to be ready to follow it up, but now they're back stuck into their own corner here. Pass for Tigre, trying to get that gentle lift out towards the middle of the pitch. Violent Panda cut off that second pass. Tigre down to the corner, Speed towards the net and off the bar, and Yukio finds a clear centimeters away from Mousesports. And Dignitas have a second life.
Another close call there. Mouse still putting on the pressure, but the demolition from Tigre will slow down the attack. A lot says never mind, drops it down for Speed. A lot's there. Can he put it away? Just lobs it in. And Mouse again get a 2-goal lead.
Boxed in. A demo, but this touch, it's a lot. I mean, Speed, what are you gonna do? You gotta jump at that ball, or Yukio in the net, excuse me. What are you gonna do? You gotta jump at that ball because you don't want to go crossbar down and in, and that's one of the unfortunate circumstances. It bounces straight away from you, and no time to make the second effort.
So Dignitas have 3 minutes to figure it out. Tigre pressing on here for Mouse. Here's Yukio. beat out by Tigre.
And I thought it was going to be a tough game for Mouse. I really did. Because Dignitas, you know, you want to avoid that game 5 at all costs. All bets are off at that point. Anything could happen. And with that dangerous reputation that Mouse kind of set the precedent for off the quality day 1 showing versus Vitality, you're really not feeling too comfortable going into a game 5 scenario versus them. I was hoping to see Dignitas come out here, get some early pressure, at least get out of their own half a lot more than they have in game 4, and Mouse have just shut that down.
Almost a scary situation there for Mouse as Speed just dribbles the ball across the goal line. Able to get out just past halftime now. Speed gets a second touch. Can get one more. You can see Mouse are sitting pretty far back here. A lot and Tigre letting Speed run around in the Dignitas half and then waiting for it to pop out for him. But a very conservative effort with a 2-goal lead. Smart from Mouse. Here's Speed off his own sidewall and does get a second touch. Goes by Yukio and Turbopulsa, but out of boost. A lot forced to keep this one on. Now big clear over to Violent Panda. And a great shot comes out. Tigre, that third man, standing strong for Mouse. Yukio on the touch out. A lot's there. Tries to put this one high. He gets the demo on Turbopulsa, so the goal is open. Speed couldn't get over it.
Nice pass from Dignitas to get that one out of their own side. But again, now sticking this ball as close to them as possible. But an unfortunate miss means Turbopulsa has free reign, but can't make the second tip to stay with it. And that'll waste some more time off the clock. Towards the middle, nobody there for Mousesports. Like you said, very conservative effort. No reason to press too hard. Even still, Tigre, a wonderful second touch off the back wall there. Take away a scoring chance for Dignitas and keep things at a comfortable margin here. Down in front, Yukio trying to press, and they just can't break through. Mouse too aware of the situation and not willing to take any risks. They know how many open nets they allowed during the regular season, and they are not going to let that happen again.
I saw a lot chasing around Turbopulsa in the back end. Time is ticking for Dignitas. Mouse with a 2-goal lead. 30 seconds left here. Mouse trying to tie up the series. Yukio trying to make the difference. If they score with time, they give themselves a chance. The drop down from Turbo. Everyone back for Mouse. 15 seconds left. A lot pops this one up. Dignitas. The offense nowhere to be found right now. Mouse pressing on. Violent Panda pops this one up, and with that much time left, 1 second, it is impossible for Dignitas to come back. Mouse will take this game and tie up the series.
Fair enough. Mousesports make me absolutely eat my words, and it was a pleasure cruise, I would say, through game number 4. Dignitas made a couple of chances there at the end of game number 4, but in general, a suffocating effort from Mousesports. Got out to, again, that comfortable early 2-goal lead, and it was just, like you said, don't overextend, and we'll come out with a W.
And taking a look at the replay, this is the first goal from Mouse, and really just nobody to be found from Dignitas. 2 players moving into their own corner, 1 downfield. So Mao's able to capitalize, and then the second goal.
That's a tough one. Yukio actually did get a hit on that ball, had an orange trail, but it didn't pinch straight out. Went straight down and right into the oncoming attack. You know, a lot. He's happy to get that performance turn in.
You can see the difference on both sides of the stage. Mao's talking, fired up, smiles.
They want vengeance, you know? Dignitas, Rio swept them, and that's the focus for Dignitas. They're like, all right, hang on. We're up 2-0. Let's not let this one slip away.
Very, very focused. You can see Speed and a lot talking.
That's that engagement they were talking about on the desk. There's a very outspoken guy around these people, and I absolutely agree, you know?
And I think that helps teams, and I think this absolutely helps a team like Mouse. So they go into a game 5 against Dignitas. Speed coming in for Alex for this Mousesports team so far has proven worthy. Can he do it one more time in a game 5 against Dignitas? Kickoff. Goes in favor of Mouse. The Dignitas side. They do get a clear, though. Everyone backed off. And again, all of a sudden, right off the bat, you could see a conservative effort from Mouse, just sending 1 player downfield and waiting for the clear from Dignitas, or waiting for the play to develop. and then they react.
And you need to see Dignitas be able to block these clears from Mouse and stop that transition coming out. And that's what usually makes Dignitas so good in that LAN environment. They're always able to sniff out the clears, but this one they can't get a hold of, and a lot will turn in again the first goal.
Well, I was wondering when we see it from a lot, the solo play comes through and a missed touch from Violent Panda. A lot will make you pay when he can set it up like that. And Mouse once again start off in the lead.
3 games straight scored inside the first minute. And a chance off the kickoff. Tigre keeps it close, trying to fake him out, and Violent Panda will still make it back in time. Oh, so close, but not enough.
Dignitas trying to answer back. A close call already off the kickoff. Here's Turbo. This one thrown away to a lot. Looking for speed, but cut out by Violent Panda. Yukio is all the way up from his own half. It does make a good touch to slow down the defense. Speed tried to go under Violent Panda. Now Turbo looking for the pinch. Goes almost nowhere. Now Yukio, a little bit of space here. Tries to go over Tigre. But Turbo keeps the play on.
And put it out towards a very Mousesports controlled section, though. Didn't keep it close. Popped it straight out. Violent Panda has to make a stop. This one out towards the middle and under the last attacker. Turbo to support in the midfield line. Not a lot of boost to work with. Could be a dangerous push for Dignitas if Violent Panda wisely turned back there and let that one go over his head, just to make sure that Dignitas could make the stop on defense. Pass into the middle, and Yukio snapshot reaction and keeps it out of the net.
Another close call for Dignitas. They really got to get a hold of this game if they want a chance in Game 5. This chaotic attack from Mouse has proven to be tough for Dignitas. They want to play a controlled game, but Mouse have done a good job of just disrupting the offense and defense from Dignitas. This ball cleared away by Yukio. A lot there to receive it. This one comes out, Speed on the back wall. Nobody touches it from Mouse. Speed's got to get up. Violent Panda's coming through. Still dangerous for Dignitas. A lot does get the touch out. Turbopulse trying to come in, but just too much traffic.
And Dignitas, it is good to see them have some offensive life compared to the previous 2 games, but this one turned aside by Turbo. But really, Mouse playing a stand-up defensive game every time they get put onto their own half. Always able to come over the clear. Some great bumps as well. The physical game has absolutely been on point for Mousesports, bumping that support player out of position or not letting the guy who's about to make the play have the cleanest touch. And it has been tough for Dignitas to deal with.
And yet Dignitas still on the attack. Mouse giving up a little bit of space to him. They tried to get the ball to a lot there, but Yukio swipes it away. Violent Panda on the back post. Can he drop it down? He does, and we got a tie game.
The first goal for Dignitas since the middle of Game 3. Break the drought, tie the game, and give themselves a chance with 1:55 on the board.
Great touch there from Violent Panda to drop that one down. He had a player right under him from Mouse. So to put that one away gives Dignitas a chance here in Game 5. Mouse did give up quite a bit of pressure there through the last minute or so, and Dignitas took advantage. So a tie game with 1:45 left. This one is on target. No sweat from Violent Panda as he goes under 1. Now Yukio on the ball. Trying to find his way out. Turbo throws this one downfield. It was on target. And a lot just trying to buy time. Nobody from Mouse there. Here's Violent Panda, met by Tigre. Dangerous ball comes across. Turbo's there. Dignitas looking for the go-ahead goal, but they all back off. A long clear comes out from a lot.
Oh, there we go.
Right back the other way. Dignitas goes under 1 of Violent Panda. A great touch. A minute left now. Speed, that's dangerous. Yukio tries to go over. Turbo's there. He doesn't put it on target, and everyone from Mouse staring at it and clears it out.
And a scamper back for Dignitas. They thought that might have been it, but unfortunately not able to execute that fine-tuning on the shot. Pass to Yukio. Goes over his head. Turbo pulls up patiently out of the midfield. Back post and saved by Tigre diving across the net. Another great save from Mousesports here. And Dignitas will have to keep looking for more opportunities.
Mouse struggling to get this ball out of their own end. 30 seconds left. Turbo goes past 1. A lot's there. 2 go now for Dignitas. Mouse back off. You see speed. He was going to go up. He backed off. A shot comes down from Violet Panda off the post. Disarray for Mouse. Tigray makes a tough save. Still attacking on his Dignitas. And Turbo Pulsar just throws that one up.
So much boost being forced out of Mousesports there, but thankfully able to find the long clear a lot. Maybe the last chance in regulation. Bounces down and in front. Turbo Pulsar diving across makes a stop. A lot gives one more chance for Tigray. Everybody jumps at it, but it doesn't matter. Overtime is here. Mousesports a chance to put an L to Dignitas.
Game 5 overtime. Yukio for Dignitas. Can he do it? Interesting touch comes out. Turbo Pulsar couldn't react to that one. Violet Panda waiting for the clear to come through. A lot throws this one downfield. Turbo does get a piece of this. It's over to Yukio.
The intensity on Speed's face in the top left there. He's absolutely gunning to win it, but he won't do it. Despair for one, victory for the other. Dignitas hang on, stop the reverse sweep, and win Game 5.
And you feel like they were that close through the last couple minutes of Game 5. They had the advantage, they had the pressure, and finally Mouse crack. A spectacle of a Game 5 here between Dignitas and Mouse. An entertaining one at the least. And Dignitas just barely able to eke out a win.
And all smiles for everybody as they go tell each other good game. And the one that broke them down, a tough read to say the least for a lot. It came off that top corner, expecting straight down, and unfortunately, that's the one bounce where it went a little bit out towards the middle. Didn't get the touch and punched home by Turbo Pulsar. So well done to Dignitas to come up with a W, but Mousesports, close one.
We've had 2 Game 5s here to start off day 2 for DreamHack Dallas, and we're just getting started. More Rocket League action coming your way after the break.